Hello everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Bitcoin in real life. And yeah, I'm still in California. I'm actually over at San Lorenzo. Someone has offered shelter for me over at San Lorenzo out here. I'm just taking a walk while the sun's still out so I can enjoy the weather. So, not much has happened. I'm just making contacts here, getting things done, preparing things, getting everything ready. For the most part, it's and by the way, it's not like I just came here and I'm just doing all this stuff here. I was invited to come, so that's why I was offered shelter, food, and protection. So it's not like I'm coming here to invade. But if you see my previous episode, you know that I am here to declare and proclaim Oakland to be part of the New World and under the protection of the Creator, free from dominion from the Dark Overlord. So I'm going to be here as long as it takes to get that started and to get that going. And I'm not going to be stopping, or I'm not going to quit until that gets done. That's all I can say. And I'll be back, going back to the capital of the New World, which is Houston, which I have other things to do over there as soon as I get back. It's not too bad, doing this is not too bad. The hard part for me is not being with my family, my loved ones. That's probably the hardest part. But I guess I have to make some sacrifices. In real life, you have to do things in real life to get things done. You just can't be trolling on the internet, making comments or smart-ass remarks, or posting blogs on fucking Steemit or Reddit, or making videos on YouTube all the time. If you want to make a difference in your world, in this physical world, you have to take action, physical action. No emailing shit out or writing on fucking forums and bitching and complaining or ranting on YouTube, which ironically that's what I do, but the point of ranting is, the reason why I rant is, well, I don't know if I rant. I guess I do. But I actually do the shit that I rant about. I really don't see anybody else kind of doing that. I mean, there might be some people, but, well, I guess people do that. But I see a lot more people ranting than fucking doing anything in real life. Like a lot of the people I meet with, I tell them everything I'm doing. The only thing I don't disclose is the whole part about co-creating with the creator. That's the only thing I kind of leave out. Other than that, I mean, I tell everybody exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And yet, when I look around as time goes by, nothing happens. At least the people who don't, the 99 percenters, the ones that really don't contribute in any meaningful way. They're just there for the money. So, but please don't get confused with 99% as in 99% of the population. All right, everyone's life is important, and they all have a meaning to themselves. I'm mostly talking about people in the cryptocurrency space, or people who complain the most, or whine the most, or rant the most. You know, I guess if they actually did something, they would have nothing to complain about, nothing to whine about, nothing to rant about. So, anyways, I'm just getting out of the house just to catch some sun and fresh air, because it is during the day at least, fog burns off and you get a really clear blue sky, and it's not as humid as it is in Houston right now, so it feels good. Anyways, just want to make this short cut in. Anyways, let me cut out, and I'll cut back in later. Okay, I'm cutting back in, and you know, one thing I've noticed is that I feel like Puss in Boots. I don't know if you've seen the you know, that character from Shrek, because I'm in San Lorenzo, and if you ever seen the Netflix series, you know, Puss in Boots, he protects the city of San Lorenzo. I don't know, I'm just I'm just saying, that's just my comedy routine right now. Anyways, let me cut out. Still taking, oop, almost tripped. Still taking a walk out here. So, welcome back. I'm cutting back in here. Still in San Lorenzo, taking shelter, protection, and so basically, let's take a look at some of the market cap here. Something I did want to talk about, because there seems to be a big move by Monero, and how I think that's somewhat related to Bitcoin. Look at that, 80% move on top of another 80% move. I mean, it's literally moved from $2 to $8. That's you know, a 4-time fold. That's a 400% increase, which is very impressive. Which, if you look at the coin market cap, it's moved it from 11th, if you include all the fake coins with the asterisks, but it's basically you know, underneath Monero. But more interestingly enough, if you look over at the volume on this is incredible. Look at Bitcoin volume, which is about 82 million in a 24-hour period. And look at Monero, which is 46 million. That is impressive, considering all the other volumes out there. Let's take a look here. You got Ethereum, only 4 maybe 5 million. Ripple, which is non-existent. I don't know why it's even on this coin market cap. Um, I really don't know why. It's not even, no one even cares about Ripple. Um, at least I don't. Litecoin, it's only 2 million. Um, Ethereum Classic 5 million. Then Monero 46 million. And Steam. Look at that. That is such a low volume in 24-hour period. It's so thinly traded. I mean, no wonder it started. Well, what can I say? Steam is literally losing steam. Um, it's so easy to push that price down, and I wonder what happened to that dollar peg. One Steam being pegged to $1. It's already failing. Um, so I don't know. I don't know, Ted, Dan, what's going on, man? Why aren't you? Why is it not being pegged to $1? What happened? I know what happened. Paycoin. That's what happened. So we got Dash. Um, but even if you look at Dash, it's only 80, not even a million in a 24-hour period. Although Dash has made a nice run up, but it's kind of dropped here if you look at the overall market cap here of what each of them are doing. So, anyways, the reason I'm going to talk a little bit about Monero here is I do have a theory in why such large volumes are going on in a short period of time. My understanding is that maybe one or two of the dark market websites have accepted Monero, which I don't see why they can't accept Dash or anything, but for whatever reason, is there that many users using Monero on these sites? I don't know. And the reason why I want to talk about it because I'm trading, and my volume has, as far as Bitcoin trading in real life and peer-to-peer, that has decreased. Not because people are not coming to me. It's because how hard it was for me to get Bitcoin. And so I've told my buyers I'm kind of low. It's hard for me to get. In some instances, I'm not working with some people. Some of the people I've met, they've distanced themselves on purpose because they're basically falling in debt. And of course, when people fall in debt, they tend not to be around you, especially when they have no intentions of ever coming up with their payment. But another thing is, so my trading volume did decrease, not because no one's trading with me. All of a sudden, people stopped trading with me. Although that has happened, but I've intentionally reduced my trades because I couldn't keep up. I couldn't get the Bitcoin, but they haven't stopped. All right. Matter of fact, we've actually are holding off until we're able to acquire the amount of Bitcoins that we're planning to acquire. But I think that's going to come back really soon. I've been constantly reaching out to other miners and making new contacts, and they're more than happy to provide and supply Bitcoin to me, and I'm more than happy to buy them. So I'm wondering, in that short period of time when the dark markets have announced their acceptance of Monero, and then that many people have found outlets to buy Monero? I don't think so. What I do think is going on is these dark market sites may be converting a lot of their Bitcoin to Monero. Okay, and I think what's going on is, well, a couple reasons. Obviously, for anonymity reasons. I understand Monero is really good for anonymity. Um, so I think that's a pretty good move by, I guess, these dark market sites if they're looking for that kind of thing. But I think it's not an escape uh, from pursuit of any law enforcement, because all they're going to do now is, they were focusing, a lot of law enforcement were focusing on Bitcoin. All they're going to do now is going to shift their focus from Bitcoin to Monero. And so, considering Monero is such a small market as far as, in my opinion, small market compared to Bitcoin, because there'll be a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of people that have Bitcoin that have nothing to do with the dark markets. But when people start looking at Monero, especially law enforcement, I mean, it's just going to be automatically assumed, because Monero was obscure. It was relatively unknown. I mean, people did know about Monero, but now that the price has gone up like this and it's moved up in market cap, I think this is a move by dark market makers. So either the dark market operators have taken their Bitcoin and moved it into Monero for what do they call it? To obscure their transactions, and to also obscure, also to prepare for marketing of Monero to their user base. So I think that's what the price ramp up it really is. I really doubt that people who use these dark market sites are going out and rushing and buying Monero. I think what's happening is, and there are probably some speculators and probably some, people who trade peer, sorry, people who trade peer to peer. They may be ramping up, they may, because maybe there's some people out there who intentionally sell for the purposes of dark markets. All right, I can't deny that, because obviously these dark markets got to get paid out somehow. You can't buy everything in Bitcoin yet. And I'm assuming these dark market people, the operators of these sites, they're no different than you or I. They probably live somewhere. They probably have family. They probably get hungry and eat. And they probably have, shelter they have to pay for, utility bills, etc. So, we often think like these dark markets, these dark markets, I'm trying to make it sound like an evil, sinister thing, like these people don't, they're like these evil demons that lurk in the, dark web, or something like that. These people are just normal people like you and me. Instead of, going to work at a 9 to 5 job getting paid minimum wage, they're doing this. Instead of opening up an office in downtown San Francisco, and opening a bank account, they're doing this, whatever this is, the dark markets. So, these people have real lives too. And so, what I think is happening is the operators of these dark markets are trying to buy up the Monero to put out into distribution for their user base. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing this heavy trade, because I really don't think the common user of these dark market sites, because some of these common users probably don't know anything about Bitcoin either, but they're just using it. And I think it's a lot easier to get Bitcoin than it is Monero, if you ask me. And so what I think is happening is the drive in the price is not speculators, not investors. It is the dark markets themselves buying Monero. Maybe some speculators, more like peer-to-peer. There are probably some people who buy Monero because they're trading, and they're probably anticipating, because some people out there who trade in these cryptocurrencies are catering, or probably are catering, and I'm saying they really are catering. They are catering, literally. They know exactly what they're doing. They are specifically catering to the dark markets. So they're probably buying some, and then they're anticipating both the dark market operators and some of these players, market makers for these dark websites. They're trying to set up a a way to sell these to their user base, and I think that's what's been going on. I don't think anybody who actually trades any Bitcoin or trades altcoins are specifically saying, "Oh yeah, Monero," because Monero's been around such a long time. It's only finding use, I guess, because it fits that dark market. You're looking at anonymity, obscuring transactions. Makes sense to me. I mean, it fits to the dark markets and people who cater to these dark markets, who are specifically, selling these coins to a dark market user base. So I think that's what's going on, and I think a lot of the money, I mean, no one's going to take money and buy Monero. I think they're going to take their Bitcoins and then trade them in for Monero. And I think either the dark market operators and some people who actually cater to dark market operators as far as trading coins are buying Monero up in anticipation that they're trying to create a user base for Monero. So, which is a great idea, but I think there's some drawbacks, because Bitcoin is such a large and broad potential user base. The user base is the way to obscure transactions. I mean, but I guess some people have problems with it because it is a public ledger. You can see every transaction. So maybe that's what they're trying to get away from. But it draws another problem, because now anybody who's using Monero, and Monero is such a small group of people using it, I would think so, because before Monero started going up in price and the dark market started accepting it, I mean, virtually nobody was using it. And in the course of a couple weeks, all of a sudden, everybody and their mother's using Monero? I don't think so. Not everyone's using Monero. A very small group of people are using Monero. And I think as far as anonymity and obscuring transactions on a blockchain, I think that's great, but you're missing something. Physical reality. All I have to do as a law enforcement now is just act like a person, act like a user who wants to buy Monero or who wants to use Monero. So that might be one case. Another thing I'm thinking is Monero is going up in price, not because there's a user base. I mean, there could be, and I think that's an attempt by maybe some of these dark markets to set up a user base. But I think another way is I think Monero is more likely being used as a store of value to store their profits and their proceeds away from Bitcoin and into Monero, where it is obscure, where there is more anonymity. So, because I'm looking at the way the price is moving, it's going up, sideways, up, sideways, So it's just a way for people to store values, what they're doing. So they want to make sure their Bitcoins aren't being attacked. They're protecting their profits. I think that's what's another thing that's going on. So people who are trying to get into Monero and everything, I mean, if you want to go ahead, but for me, I would stay away from Monero if you're not involved in any dark markets, or you don't plan on facilitating trades to dark market users. Otherwise, in the physical reality, you're going to just be targeted, okay? And you're going to be specifically targeted because just like how Bitcoin was targeted in the beginning, law enforcement will just think every Monero user is somehow tied to the dark markets, and you're going to be tied. They're going to follow you, they're going to follow who you've been buying from, and they're going to follow who you've been selling from, and you're just going to be chased around. That's all I have to say. You're just going to be chased around. They're not going to stop. They're going to pursue you, not because you did anything wrong or illegal, because they know you got the money, and they know they can seize it. All right, they're going to try to seize your money. That's what they're after. So, anyways, this concludes this episode. That's just what I think, in my opinion. Do I have any evidence? No. Do I have any proof? No. But all I have to do is I'm just looking at the charts. I'm looking at the price movements. I'm hearing the news, and I'm just coming to these conclusions because they make sense. And so, anyways, feel free to like, dislike, or leave a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.